Well, I'm back at the dump. It's really cold today, so hopefully I can get warmed up and get through this. I'm gonna go down there and see what I can get, so talk to you later. Well, as you see, I'm in the swamp side of the dump. Now this dump here is not the last dump I dug in. That really was a swamp. This one here is just next to a swamp. But nevertheless, I'm digging this out because I don't know what it is. Oh, it's nothing. But as you can see, I'm at the bottom, and what I'm digging up here is nothing great. So let me dig this stuff out and keep going. But now you see what I'm up against. Well, let's dig this bottle out together. We're at the bottle layer or the trash layer. So just that I'm gonna have a lot of problems today with this place because of the cave-in factor. What is this? Well, it's interesting, whatever it is. Looks like a ketchup of some sort. A real crown top, I think. I don't know if it's a Heinz. Does it look like a Heinz? I don't know. Interesting bottle, though. Never saw one quite like that. Okay, let's keep going and see what else is down here. Well, I got a couple of bottles showing here as a group, so I'm going to dig them out. Oh, there's a little perfume. That's what I mean. I had mentioned that this is a dump of little bottles. And I guess the reason for that is the fact that they're small enough to survive. This bottle is broken, and it was just a plain chemical bottle. This one, I know, it's also broken, and it is a plain soda bottle. And what else is here? Wood. There's another bottle back here. Let's see, what is this over here? I see another bottle right here. That looks like another chemical, but let's dig it out just the same, because you never know what it's going to be. I'll try to get it. It's broken anyway. What was it? I don't know. Just a no account. In that layer, I wouldn't have doubted it was broken because of the fact that, you know, it's rough. Now there's a bottle, one of those little no-name medicines. I'm just keeping this on because I'm coming across stuff. Nothing special, but you never know in this place. It's been famous for surprising you, but not today. Not today, folks. I don't know. I'm sure I'll find something interesting, but see this? Look at this. This is all broken Coca-Cola bottle. All of them. This is a whole bunch of sodas. Look at that. This is one hell of a layer. But it's what I call a teaser. It's teasing me because I know there's probably jack down in here in any significant condition. I don't see any bottles in one piece. Here's a blue bottle. What's that? It's a lug. It's a lug, so I know what it is. It's one of these. A bromo from the 40s or the 30s. Well, let's go through a little bit more. I'm going to dig this all out eventually. That's a coffee can, most likely. See. Right under here is the mud layer with bricks and all kinds of fun stuff like that. And over here, that's not a bad looking bottle. It's a perfume of some sort of guess. Cologne, perfume. Big brick. Put that on my brick pile. But, I'll run along this trash layer here. I see a lot of stuff. You can see it's really trashy right here. But I don't know why. What's that? Oh. See what I mean? This is a perfect example of this dump. It's full of, I don't really have any idea what it's full of. Bricks for sure, and a lot of scrap metal. I'm gonna pull that one out. See, what is this? Looks like an old stove, what have you. That's a glass of some sort. See, little bottle, big brick, another big brick. There's the yellow, whatever that was. Another broken thing, another broken brick. Here's another bottle. That's broken. See, this area here is pretty. Gotta be careful. This dump is it will bite you. Well, I gotta clear a lot of this out, so let me just do that and I'll cut back with you, okay? This bottle seems to have been in a can, so it's in one piece, I think. I'm just gonna dig underneath it and see what it is. And I think the screw cap is cracked. You can see that. So it's not even worth its weight in scrap. But this area is pretty rough. I'm telling you. I don't know if anything can survive in this area right here, because you can see it's gonna come down too. So I'm gonna dig it till it collapses, because there's nothing under here that is worth anything. A lot of brick wall. A lot of brick wall. A lot of brick wall. That's all I can say. A lot of bricks. There's bricks up there too. I think this is a whole section of just construction, and there's no bottles at all. Oh, there's always that, but even that looks melted. So let me dig all this out and we'll see what happens. Okay, finally, if you can see it, I got some bottles coming out. This brown bottle is broken, but this one here has potential. It looks like there's a bottle there. broken jar. Look like a shoe polish. This here, next to this, and it feels like it's whole. And it looks like it is. It's a little orange crush. My first orange crush I was dumping, I don't know, maybe I've never dug an orange crush, but this is a 1940s. You can see there's crushy on there. I don't find them very much, so I'm glad to find a crushy. Hey, I'm on the board. What the hell? It's taken me a couple of serious attempts to get that, but they're in here, I guess. That crushy is not a common bottle as far as I can find. I don't usually find. In the other dumps I've dug, in the 20s dumps, they're pretty common, but not the crushy, just your standard orange crushes. There's another bottle here and there's another bottle here. I don't know what either of these are. You can see. I don't know if you can see because it's damn near impossible. This dump, I'm telling you, is not a fun one to dig. Here's another little bottle. The little ones they rule here. But what is this one? Can I move it? I can. It's a Wilson's. A little flasky Wilson, and it's in good shape. I don't know if I'll keep it. Some people like them. That's a small one, so I've never seen one that small, really, to be honest with you. What's this one up here? It almost looks like it is. It's a soda. I'm sorry if my camera work sort of looks bad, because it is. What kind of bottle is this? It's probably a nothing of any consequence. When I'm digging in dumps like this, it's just almost impossible for me. It's broken, I can tell. And it was nothing anyway. So, we do come up with a baby orange crush. Get rid of that. That's just roofing tin. Let me get rid of that and I'll come back. Well, this just came off the top here. Of course, you know what it is, right? It's a Codwell's. WB, that's a Codwell's. Put that over in perhaps our keeper pile. This side's coming down. I can pretty much see that this is gonna come down any minute. You can see the layer, how it sort of drifts down to this direction, and as it does, it sure gets rough. But I see the sprinkles, so this side's coming down, and ooch, that is really nasty. I don't see anything too special here, so I don't know. here might be the key right there. Let me just watch this go down and I'll go back with you. Well, I've been looking for marbles and I found a little peewee, little swirl, green swirl peewee. It's a nice little marble. I haven't found one in this dump in a long time, so they're not common. This is, again, like I said, not as much domestic as it would seem. I mean, people did throw stuff away here, but in most cases it was thrown by factories or whatever was here. I'm going to dig a little further, and then this thing's coming down, so I'm going to go to someplace else, and then if you see me, you'll see me. If you don't, it'll be at the roundup. Talk to you later. Well, I've come up with a few more things. Again, a little bottle. This has a stopper on it, so I'm going to keep it because it does have a stopper. I'm sorry. I don't know what I was doing here. And a Henry K. Wampool. You can see that. Cork top, you know, machine made, but it's a Wampool. I'll take it. Somebody might want it. I don't know. He came out from the top. I came up with this. This is a cool thing. Don't know, probably syrup of some kind. Don't know what the bottom says here. It looks like a 34. So that's cool. I found a lot of those deco style jars here, which are unfortunately so common they're really not collectible. Came out of here somewhere. Where did Wampool come out of? One of these little deposits. There's a few of them, and they're random. You can see when you dig here, you're not going to come across bottles more than you're going to come across junk. I mean, there's bottles down here, but I don't know if I can get to them because they're in the middle of a metal patch. Yeah, if I find something else cool, I'll let you know. Other than that, that might be it for today. Talk to you later. Bye. Well, I had to just show this one. I've never dug one. I've seen pieces of it, but as you can see, there is a 1937 7-Up. I think it says Charlotte on the bottom. I'm not sure. But that's a 7-Up bottle, and it's 1937. So that's a first for me, and it's pretty cool. I'll take it for sure. Sorry, 7-Up. Well, that's it for me today. I'm going to head on out, and I'll be back somewhere else next time. Bye. Well, I'm going to do this short little roundup here on some of the stuff that I found in my last dig. Most of the stuff you see here is pretty common, and it was a tough dig. I mean, you know, I've been hitting that dump for a while, and there are these bottles. Well, they're in a bad environment as far as this dump is concerned. The one up in New Jersey, not so bad, but this one is a lot smaller. Town was not as prolific when it came to stuff, so a lot of it is just pretty commercial. But I did come up with a few interesting ones. Let's start with the most common and we'll work our way back. You know, first of all, let's go with the Codwells. This was a laxative bottle. Monticello, Illinois. W.B. Caldwell was a chemist, a druggist. He started out in way back in 1893, and his company went all the way up. Well, the Syrup Pepsin company, all the way up in I want to say 1984, 85, when the parent company that had bought this brand out finally dropped it from their roster of patent medicines. So it's a common bottle. That one is pretty much a 1930s. The next one is Henry K. Walpole. Henry K. Walpole was also a chemist from Philadelphia. His bottle is represented here. This is the most common of the Henry K. Walpoles. There's a lot of... He goes way back to the 1880s also, and the bottles really hadn't changed. They pretty much look exactly like this one does, except this is a machine made, and I think it's made by the Winslow Glass, it looks like to me. And Walpole, they made a cod liver oil. What's interesting about this guy is that he was found floating in the East River because he was having mental issues over some issues, some legal problems he was having with the company, his partners. They seem to have been embezzling. He had an idea that they might have been doing this, but he had to go see a doctor about his nerves. Apparently things didn't work out well for him, and he died. Walpole is still in business, by the way, in Canada, in Perth, Canada. It's the oldest medical company still in existence. Apparently in Canada, this company has been pretty successful. So he is still around. You want to get a Walpole bottle made today. They don't look anything like they do, like this one does. You'd have to go to Canada now to get it. They went pretty much belly up in the 40s here in the States. Now another bottle that was popular is a little tiny bottle here. This is with the marble that I found. You can see I found a little swirl marble, nothing really special. This is Wyeth. Now I think this is a Wyeth bottle, and it looks like it is blown in the mold, but it isn't. It actually is a machine-made bottle, but morphine or something came in this little tiny bottle. Not most important for me. The important bottle for me was this one right here, and it is a very early 7-Up. And 7-Up is an interesting company. As you can see, it's a 1937, so this is one of the early 7-Up bottles. 7-Up was invented by a guy called Charles Leeper Grigg. Now this guy, what he did was probably in the let's see, what was that? I guess it was 1880s. He went to work for a company, Voss Company. Now, while he was at Voss, he developed a drink called a Whistle. Now, I've dug Whistle bottles and have no idea that they were involved with the guy who started 7-Up. But because he had problems with Voss, I think legal problems because of his concoction he made, he left them and he ended up going to work for a guy called Jenkinson, another soft drink company, and he was concocting stuff for them. While he was there, he started another orange drink called Howdy. Now, I have a Howdy bottle, and it was pretty popular. Now, once he got successful, he left the Jenkinson and started his own little Howdy company. But he was in stiff competition with the next bottle I'm going to show you after this. So he decided, well, he's going to stop the orange drink manufacturing, and he's going to start lemon and a lemon lime flavored soda. So he did, and at lemon lime soda, he first started out, he called it Bip, but you know, Bip didn't sound too great, so he ended up with calling it 7-Up. Now, there's a whole bunch of theories why he used 7-Up. One thing is about the lithium in the soda. 7-Up had lithium all the way up until the 1940s, when it became illegal. Lithium is a drug. It's used for mental issues for people with serious mental problems. It's still around, but it's no longer in soda. And it was really popular. During the Depression, you could imagine people weren't very happy back then. So 7-Up really took off because of the fact that it did have that lithium, that mood changing drug in it. Now, the funny thing about 7-Up is that it became very popular, and it's still around today, although it is now owned by, I think, the Cadbury company or something. These conglomerates have just multiplied in size when it comes to absorbing companies, and Cadbury took over the company that actually took this company over. And apparently it's still going strong. As we know, 7-Up, you can get it, no longer with lithium. But this has an interesting history, and it actually started, I think, in St. Louis. So this is a St. Louis company, from what I'm remembering. Anyway, it's hard to keep all these facts straight. Now, why did 7-Up change from a orange drink to a lime drink? Well, they couldn't compete with this guy. This is Orange Crush. These guys were the sure big shooters back in those days. This bottle's a little beat up, but I like it because of the fact that I don't have this one, this particular variant. The early 1940s variant of Orange Crush. You can see, if you look at this label, there's a guy there on the top, he's called Crushy, and the symbol started in the late 30s, and he's pretty, he's pouring the lithium laced drink into a cup, and he's doing a little dance while he's at it. And Crushy, if you saw his logos in the 40s, he sort of looks like a bellhop with a face or a head shaped like a C, obviously for Orange Crush. Now this one, of course, has no name, so it's just a generic store bottle, but this bottle here did not last too long. By the mid-40s, the bottle changed from a clear to an amber, and this logo here went from embossed to a pyro glaze. So this was a short run as far as bottle designs go. It was the last of what they call the crinkle bottles. They still had it for a while, but it went through a few changes until today it looks like nothing like what it once was. So there you have the guy who actually inadvertently created your 7-Up. And this bottle here is not common, especially around the East. California, and by the way, this did have a this would have had a pyro glaze, and we were talking before, sometimes pyro glaze leave a ghost image. Well, it's possible, but I don't see any ghost image on this bottle at all. So maybe this might have been even a paper label. But at any rate, that was my favorite bottle of the dig, and I'll be out there again looking for more stuff. Like I said, I don't need a lot of bottles, so 3 or 4 of them are fine with me. Oh, by the way, beside this glass tube that some of you might find if you're digging, this is a toothpaste holder, a toothbrush holder. The toothbrush went in here, and there was usually a cap made of plastic or Bakelite, and there might have been a label inside here that gave you the information. But this was a toothbrush holder from the 30s, 40s, and maybe early 50s. That I don't know much about. There's no information on these, unless the only information I get from this kind of stuff is I read and I look up advertising. If you're interested in how these bottles looked while they were out in the field, go to the newspapers that they were advertised in, and you will see how they were used, what go-withs they were involved with, what other companies were advertising at the same time, and it gives you a ballpark figure of the age of your bottle, if nothing else. So there you have it, little short review of my dig. See you later. I will be back with more, hopefully. So it might be a while. I'm preoccupied with other things at the moment, but when I find time, I will definitely get back with you. So here you go. Have a great day, and be sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and you'll see more of this content, hopefully. Have a great day. Bye.